Some time ago, during a massive Russian assault, 2 Ukrainian paratroopers found themselves captured on Russian territory. The enemy suddenly breached their position, and 2 Russian assault troops jumped into their shelter amid heavy shelling. In a cramped dugout, the 4 soldiers sat together for several days. Outside, drones, artillery, and mortars raged non-stop. The Russians reported to their command that they had captured 2 Ukrainians, and were ordered to execute the prisoners and advance. But the Russian troops couldn't bring themselves to kill those who had sat beside them in the same hell. Instead, they decided to take the Ukrainians into captivity. However, the moment they left the shelter and began moving, Russian artillery opened heavy fire on them. In Russian assaults, retreat is forbidden. All 4 had no choice but to return to the shelter. Russian commanders kept pushing them to advance, but that was impossible. Ukrainian drones and artillery were too effective. Soon, the entire Russian assault group was wiped out, all except the 2 who were hiding with the Ukrainians. The Ukrainian soldiers then offered the Russians a way out: surrender to Ukrainian forces. Our commanders don't execute prisoners or their own, they said. You'll stay alive. The Russians agreed. Their comrades were all gone, no one was answering the radio. Their only chance of survival came from the prisoners they had captured. So the Russians returned the weapons and radios to the Ukrainian soldiers. The Ukrainians contacted their command, and at the right moment, safely escorted the Russians to a rear position. Because the Russians had behaved honorably, didn't harm the Ukrainians, and voluntarily surrendered on Russian territory while providing valuable information, they were treated with respect. They weren't even handcuffed. I saw them myself. They'll soon be exchanged, and will live. I won't share footage or personal details without their consent, though the story would make a stunning documentary. I hope the opportunity arises one day. As for the 2 Ukrainian paratroopers who, against all odds, captured 2 Russian troops, they returned to their position and continued their mission. I believe the day will come when we can interview them too.